You know, if it was me, I probably wouldn't throw a fastball right down the middle to one of the best power hitters of all time, but that's just me. What's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. Today is going to be episode 1 of the postseason recap, so do not be afraid to hit that subscribe button. We're going to do this pretty much every single day. We're on the road to 250,000 subs. Let's see if we can get there. Now, there's going to be a record number of playoff games today. I'm currently watching the Reds game. Joey Votto just made an error, so expect all of the recaps tomorrow. It's going to be wild. But we have some breaking news before we get into the highlights from yesterday's Astros, Twins, Yankees versus Indians, and every other game that was played. Breaking news from the San Diego Padres. Clevenger was trying to come back from an injury that was sustained to his elbow. Unfortunately, he did suffer a setback, so he could be ruled out in the next couple hours for the rest of the postseason. The prized possession of the 2020 trade deadline. One of my best friends, at least in terms of baseball players, got Joey Gallo, Trevor Bauer, and Mike Clevenger, people I know personally. I don't get to see him play, and that sucks. Now, one more player that is going to miss his series is Josh Donaldson of the Minnesota Twins. This one really makes me upset because they're facing the Astros, and I want to see just how much the Astros can compete with a 100% healthy Twins lineup. And unfortunately, we did not get that yesterday. Kenta Maeda was masterful, but Zach Greinke and Framber Valdez, they held the Twins to just one single run as Valdez picked up the first 5-inning shutout from a reliever since Game 7 of Madison Bumgarner's gem a couple years ago. That was back in 2014. Man, the fact that that was 6 years ago, I feel super old. Jorge Polanco kept the Astros alive with an errant throw in the 9th inning, and then Sergio Romo could not handle Jose Altuve's 5'6" frame, and he walks in, and then Michael Brantley does his job. Now remember, these are 3-game series, so if the Twins do not win tonight, or maybe they play tomorrow, I'm pretty sure it's tonight, we'll preview everything later in the video, they're done. They're 100% out of the playoffs after just 2 games, and they are currently on a 17-game, let me repeat that, a 17-game postseason losing streak. That is the longest in sports history. To try and help out, they are calling up top prospect Alex Kirilloff. This is the second time in Major League Baseball history that a rookie is making his debut in the postseason, and he's doing so because Byron Buxton is going to be on the bench. They're going to have another lefty in that lineup. Godspeed, Twins fans. Godspeed.
2. Abreu driving. Olsen strikes out. Art.
Now the 2-2 pitch. And Pinder swings and misses for strike 3.
The top of the 8th. Grandal drives one to deep right field. That's the 3rd White Sox home run of the game. And it's 4-0.
Just look at Lucas Giolito's face. He took a perfect game into the 6th inning. He came ready to steal the Oakland Athletics lunch money, and that is exactly what he did. He also got some huge run support from the White Sox as they hit 3 different home runs. And if you want to feel old yet again, the last time the White Sox hit a postseason home run was Jermaine Dye, I believe, back in 2010. 10 years ago. So the White Sox are now 15-0 versus a lefty starter in 2020. So just know that. If you have a lefty on the bump, you are going to lose to the White Sox. It's pretty much a done deal.
Into the 3-hitter. Got on top of that one. Relay, not in time.
How? These situations, they execute.
Ball gets away. Arozarena coming, and he scores. Wendell bluffed. Ooh. Ball's hit well. Left field. Back goes Gurriel. It is gone.
Manuel Margot.
I tried to warn you all a couple weeks ago. Randy Arozarena can take over a game with his defense, speed, and sneaky power. And yesterday, he showed up yet again, as well as his teammate Manuel Margot. He drives in 2 RBIs. You have to tip your cap to the Rays general management because they traded for Arozarena and Margot in the last year. And on top of that, postseason Blake Snell is a thing. You have to talk about it. He takes a no-hitter into the 6th inning and dominated. The Blue Jays 1-4 hitters yesterday went for a combined 1-for-13 with 8 strikeouts. And now for his career, Blake Snell in 11.1 postseason innings, he's only given up 1 earned run and has 16 strikeouts. So you know what would be really fun? Blake Snell versus the White Sox. You have the 15-0 versus lefties White Sox versus so far, one of the better lefties in postseason history, Blake Snell. That would be fun to watch. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it would be fun.
The next 2-2 here with 2 gone in the 7th. Uh-oh, that could be the start of something. The big fella gets hold of one and has a solo homer here in the ninth.
Now, last but not least, in terms of the games from yesterday, it was pretty much over in the first inning. The vibes just were not there, and you have to give a massive, massive amount of credit to the New York Yankees and their organization. I have to tip my cap. Even as an Indians fan, I know my bias got in the way when I made my predictions a couple days ago, but I will say 3 weeks ago, I chose the Yankees to make the World Series. So I know I'm an Indians fan, but even if the Yankees do win, I kind of expected this. I just got caught up in the hot and J Ram and Shane Bieber. It's my fault. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I don't have a great feeling. But either way, the Yankees scouting report came in huge. They told their hitters, you do not swing at that curveball. You don't do that and we win. And that's exactly what happened. Shane Bieber was trying to nibble at the corners. The umpire was not giving it to him. And then unfortunately, the curveball wasn't working either. So he had to resort to kind of fastballs in the middle half of the zone. And he got torched for 7 earned runs in 4 innings. So I'm going to ask a question. Do you think that he is Clayton Kershaw 2.0? I really hope not, because we really need Shane Bieber to be a workhorse in the postseason going forward, because he's young, he's going to be on the squad for quite some time. So if he is Kershaw 2.0, I'm going to be really sad. But now I know how it feels to be a Dodgers fan. It is not cool. Stanton and Gardner, they both showed up, and the final score was 12-3. Now I do want to shout out Josh Naylor. It seemed like he was the only member of the Cleveland Indians that came to play yesterday. He made history. The first time ever that a player has made his postseason debut and had 3 extra base hits. So thankfully, Josh Naylor is going to be the next Babe Ruth. And then last but not least, let's talk about Garrett Cole. Can someone check to make sure that he is not using biomechanics? This man's a machine. He became the 2nd pitcher ever to have 7 innings, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, with 13 strikeouts. He joins the late Tom Seaver, God rest his soul, as the only pitchers ever to do so. So if you think about it, Garrett Cole made history. He's the first American League pitcher to ever do that. The Yankees are healthy. Their scouting report is otherworldly, and they are scary. They are very, very scary. Trevor Bauer is facing off against Max Fried. That is going to be really fun. We have Jose, you're kidding me, Jose Urquidy versus Jose Barrios at 1:08 Eastern Standard Time. We have the Marlins versus the Cubs. You have Alcantara versus Kendricks. The White Sox, that is going to be really fun. Dallas Keuchel has been great, and also Chris Bassett has been fantastic as well. That is going to be a fun matchup. Hungjin Ryu versus Tyler Glasnow, 2 completely different pitchers, lefty versus righty, kind of off-speed versus 100-mile-an-hour fastball. We have the Cardinals versus the Padres in game number 1 of that series. We have Kim versus Paddock, and then Masahiro Tanaka. Playoff Tanaka is a thing as well, but also Carlos Carrasco beat cancer, so I would say he's pretty tough as well. And then the Brewers are going with a surprise start. Brent Suter, the relief pitcher, is starting the game against Walker Buehler. Trevor Bauer is doing his strut as I am currently recording, so if you want to watch the Reds game, I won't blame you, because Trevor Bauer is must-see TV. But thank you all so much for watching. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button, please. I don't really ask too often, but I'm trying to get to 250K. We are trying to, because we're trying to show that the baseball community is here, and we're not going anywhere anytime soon. Remember that. Baseball, it's on the rise. Stay safe out there. Peace out.